We should be live here. Welcome back, guys. So, yesterday we saw market pushed in the first couple of minutes and then we really sold off. We didn't got the signal short in the first half an hour. So, let's see if we're going to do the same. If it's really selling off, it could turn around, it could bounce back. If it's really pushing, it could get rejected and sell off. So, not paying attention to this. Noise, not doing anything, just gonna wait for the opening range to form 5 and 15 minutes, always using the 15 minutes. But regarding the SR fallback reversal, why it didn't work is because of one simple thing. You have to go up to the SR reversal and then you have to double click and have an instrument called custom, because Germany 40, you could trade the DAX, right? Micro future, E-mini, whatever you want to trade, the CFD or the index C or whatever, the DAX. But you have to click instrument custom and then it will not work. And then you have to put in the start hour. You have to make sure you're using UCT. If you're from Denmark or Norway or Sweden, I just have Madrid on. And then you can see the time here, it's matching this one, and then it's also gonna match with your mouse. And then you have to put in the start day and the day end. And this is how it looks. And now you can see it works with my second strategy. This is just keep moving, as you could see. But once it's gonna be breaking above, it's gonna stop moving, and we have a previous day high. So if DAX is breaking previous day's highs and they're closing above, this is also going to give a long. It could also give a short. You could see it if we go back here. I'm just showing you this because market is not forming the first 50 minutes for now, so we don't have to rush anything. But you can see it's actually giving a long here, right? So it's giving us a long setup because overnight lows was forming. That didn't work out. It have a pretty good win rate actually. It have a short right there. We could back test it, so you could take here. Here we go, and then we could have just a 7 here, and then we could play, and then you could see how it works. Right here, it's giving a short, and it hit TP. Right, so it actually managed to really work right here. So we can go back here again. Replay. Leave. Here we go. I mean, play with this if you want the indicator. Link in the description. Many people's actually signing up right now. They actually enjoyed pretty good reviews, so that's super nice. Glad you enjoyed. I told you it will work and help you. But you could back test it. I will try to develop a back tester so you could see it also. All the back tests for all the indicators, all the strategies that I have. I have 4 strategies. We don't have anything combined together. You have to mark and get confirmation of them all. But this is the orb. This is when orb is canceled. This is coming in. Not to confuse you, you just use orb. That works. Have an amazing win rate on DAX and NASDAQ. So that's the only thing you're just gonna use. Okay, I'm just developing software with my team for my own hedge fund, my own capital, to be a better trader. But it works and it's giving great signals, high win rates. It's very simple. 0.5% risk. Make sure that rule is what you're gonna use. So as I expected, it sold off, same as yesterday. It pushed back. We saw it right there. It sold off and then it pushed, right? So what we're seeing right now here could trigger a long, but we just have to wait and give it some good time. So right here we have the 5 minute. We have an orb long. This is not closing above. You shouldn't take the trade, okay? You shouldn't take the trade. Be careful. Stay cash. You're taking the trade in 4 minutes if it's closing above. This is the 5 minute. I like to use the 15 minute. But the 5 also works. Just make sure the 5 minute candle is closing above or closing below, and then you go in. So, no confusing, no reason to wait, no reason to combine the other strategy or find the short if it's confirming and closing above and it's confirming a long on a 5-minute orb. So you don't have to wait for anything. The system is telling you exactly what I'm doing, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go in for a long in 4 minutes if we are gonna be above 630. So watch for a close above on 5-minute orb on Nasdaq. Okay. What we see have an amazing win rate, like a very good win rate, where I'm like really impressed. Probably one of the best strategies I have developed. Like it's really working. It's a little secret. So you're using the opening range breakout on DAX, but you're changing it to Nasdaq. Because if you're changing it to DAX, it's going to be for the DAX London opening, and now we have Nasdaq opening. So you just have the Nasdaq strategy for the opening at 3:30, what we are right now. You could use the 5 minutes, and then you could see right here what we're gonna have is an orb coming in long above 322. So in the next 2 minutes, we're gonna close above 322. It's a long orb. This have a 3 times profit factor and a 60% win rate by using the Nasdaq strategy, the orb, just using the orb for the New York session on the DAX. So if we get a trigger here, close above, close below the next minute or two, I'll take a trade. I'll also use it for the 15-minute time frame. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have an orb. It's not an orb yet. It's not an orb yet, but it looks like we're gonna have an orb. So this is the secret strategy that I'm using. You might be asking if I'm gonna go in heavy. Nope. I can add to it. I will stay light. Probably only gonna make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a day. I'm not gonna target anything crazy. Again, we have another minute. Let's see if it's closing below, closing above, or it's just gonna be the same pattern as before yesterday, where things just pushing in the beginning and then start really heavily selling off. And I'll just follow the system and I'll just do orb short. Same over here. If it's closing below and this is gonna get locked in, I'll do orb short below there and orb long above. So this is not changing the opening range highs, opening range lows when it's the 5 minute. Again, if you're tuning in first time, make sure you're getting this indicator. It's gonna help you. If you don't like it, let me know. You're gonna be the first one not liking it, but it will not change the opening range highs and lows. Let's see if it's gonna break above. Then we have an orb long trigger. It will only change when the opening range is not formed yet, and it's not. So this can change all the time till 15 minutes over, because we're using the 15 minutes, the 5 minute, and we actually got an orb on. We actually got a long orb on the 5 minute time frame. Just to let you know, just to confirm that you know what's going on. We actually have an orb 5 minute, so I like to take a light short position here. I'm gonna go long here. I'm buying the Nasdaq at 635. I'm not gonna give you a signal on the group. I'm just letting you know that I'm buying it here around 628. We have an orb. It could be a fake out. It could sell off like we saw yesterday. Then it could be an orb short on the 15 minute time frame. So no signal yet on the 15 minute, but we have a signal on the 5 minute time frame. Okay, so just letting you know. I'm still long, guys. I'm also gonna buy it here on one of my accounts, the company accounts. Gonna buy the Nasdaq here. As you can see right there, I'm kind of long. Just gonna have to put in my stop loss and take profit. You don't have to pay attention to this. This is just so I have some in place. Let's see here. Thinking about if I should exit this and wait. It's a light position. So I'm just gonna take profit here. Gonna lock in here, light position. So I take profit now, also in the Miro trading account. On a 5-minute orb, I just take profit here. We don't have a break above, we don't have an orb 15-minute. That's closed above. But we have the 5-minute orb that managed to give us a signal. This is 1 hour, this is 3 hour. Why do I close before time? Because I'm not perfect, right? Again, I'm not trying to be perfect at all. It's today's profit. I'm gonna go along with you. I have no open positions. I'm gonna go along with you if we have a 15-minute orb. That's gonna trigger, okay? So if we have a 15-minute orb that's gonna trigger and close above, I'll take a long and I'll hold it. But the 5-minute, be very careful. I would recommend all of you trading, new traders, only use the 15-minute orb because that works. Here we have no orb triggered on DAX. I know we're not normally trading DAX this session here. Let's see here. So I was actually right about the 5-minute, and the system is really, I'm really happy with the system I built. I'm not long. I closed everything. I will go in a little bit more heavy in the next 2 minutes if I see more momentum, because I go back and look at the 5-minute orb that triggered. We are above, we're breaking out of the 90 zone. Thinking about going long, we have the trigger, we have the confirmation, we have everything. My system is telling us long at 30. I did that, but I just closed it because I want to wait for the 15-minute to form, and then I want to have a 15-minute orb that's going to close above in the next 15 minutes. Okay, so it was really an orb. It really managed to work. I think it's going to go back to 780. Let's see here. So it really worked. The 5-minute worked. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any open positions. So I just want to let you know that orb 5 worked, but I have closed all for profit again. So not doing anything, basically just waiting for the next 15-minute bar to come in and close. We have an orb 5, but I also want to have an orb 15. So I want the orb 15 to close above here. If it goes up now, it's going to show an orb long on the 50-minute, right? It should, yeah. So basically waiting for the orb to trigger in the next 15 minutes. Again, guys, it's still a long. It's still a long. I think we could get rejected here around 760 resistant. Not saying it's a resistant, not saying it's going to sell off. It's an orb 5-minute long. It's also a 15-minute long. It's closing above on a 1-minute time frame. It haven't closed. It's going to close in 14 minutes. If it's closing above, it's very double long. And so just following the system. I mean, just following the principles built in. Still long. I would just be a little bit careful here. I think it could sell off easily to 640. It's not that I don't want to take the long. Don't take it personally that I don't trust the system. I'm just giving a little bit more time. Right, some more time. We could try to also implement. So we have a previous day high. that's just a little above. So I think it's gonna break out, and then we take profit on the 5-minute orb. I think that's smart. This is the orb highs. This is the orb long it triggered. We have overnight highs is breaking out. We have an overnight lows that was over here. We took that also. We have not been able to have the previous day's lows. So I think it could go back to previous day's lows, guys. I think it could come back to here. So it's a pretty good risk to reward for short. It's also a pretty good risk to reward for long 5-minute and 50-minute orb back to previous day's highs. And these indicators is what you get. Link in the description. No rush. You don't have to buy it. Whatever you want. Still an orb long. I would personally like to go long. I just have this in mind of this and this and this. Should I combine that thoughts coming in with that I just don't want to go long? Nope, just follow the orb. Thinking about buying it again here. Haven't done anything, still waiting. I think it could be a little bit overbought. Let's see how my NVIDIA is doing. So up 2.5%. Wow. I'm actually heavy short NVIDIA. I'm probably just gonna close it. Shorting NVIDIA right now. But I'm gonna manage the risk and close it. Still looks like an orb long. Let's see. So I think we're gonna get back to here. But let's see if the 15 in the next 12 minutes is actually gonna come. So we know we have 7:10 and 5:30 as the opening range 15-minute bar. So break below here is a short and break above, but we have to close above that buffer because it was a volatile opening. Be extremely careful, guys, with opening long here. Take it. It's great. Follow the rules. The backtest works, but don't over leverage. I'm actually thinking about buying it here. But I'm not buying in that heavy. I could be buying like 2,000 contracts. I probably have to log into my other account. But I'm not. I'm just doing light positions. So what really worked. There's no 15-minute close. I'm afraid that this is gonna get rejected. If it managed to close above 60, the next 10 minutes is an orb long. 15 minutes. We still have the 5-minute orb that's been closing a couple of times. Right now, if you're still long, you're following the system, you bought the software, the orb long is amazing. 5 minutes. Remember to move stop loss to break even. So congrats to all following the system. Where you move stop loss to break even. I just don't have any open positions. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna go for a run after. I'm just a little bit careful these days because I know the market is crazy. So 1 hour. I think we're gonna see the same as we saw here. Choppiness and then selling pressure. Overnight lows and yesterday's previous day low. I think we could come back to 336 or 400. That choppiness here is from yesterday's night. So night session cannot, it's rally, we compare it to opening. But what did we saw yesterday when we opened up? So what we saw yesterday, we get an orb short. So it pushed, and after half an hour, it corrected itself from highs 780 till yesterday's lows 3.3. So we basically sold off 400 points, and now we kind of like have the same pattern. After 50 minutes, we start seeing same pattern a little bit, so we could really sell off. I mean, it's still an orb long, and we might get an orb long on the 50-minute bar also, so just follow the orb. Don't trade against it like I always do. I'm just letting you know that yesterday it pushed and it sold off after 50 minutes, but we don't see the same pattern. Right now we're just seeing it's pushing, right? So I'm actually thinking about buying it again and having a tight stop loss. Still an orb long on the 15. This is where we have the first 15 minutes highs, 712, and the lows, 527. This is the buffer. That's also a buff here. Yesterday we just kissed the buffer. This is my buffer. I want to see the Nasdaq close in the next 8 minutes above 61. If not, what should I do? I'm probably gonna short it with you, take the risk. Even if it's not an orb, it's more like what you can call kind of like resistant, or think it's a resistant. That's a tricky trade. So I would just follow the system if I was you. So orb worked, that would have made you good money. Stop loss at break even. If 15-minute long also worked, great, you're taking it all the way back. If it's correcting itself, one option, you're losing nothing, your stop loss is at break even. That's the setup. Shorting it, it's very speculative, but there's nothing wrong with it. Little bit, I mean, I should just hold on to it. I should have hold on to it. But now we're flirting with the same as yesterday. So this is what I'm gonna do. Don't copy me. Do not copy me. Do not copy me. I'll short the market here. So don't copy me at all. Please don't copy me. I'm doing this. It doesn't mean you have to. So I'm shorting it. Doesn't mean you have to. Please do not copy me. So I'm shorting it at not yesterday's, but after the opening yesterday's highs. I still think it's gonna break out here, and I still think it's gonna go back to probably previous day's highs. So it's probably not the smartest move to do. That's also why I'm not sending out do this or copy me or blah blah. I don't do that. Okay, I just do it. Very light position. There's an orb long. There's soon gonna come and 15-minute orb long also. Please don't mirror me or copy me. You could mirror me, that's fine, that's different, but copy me, then I don't know if you're using the right risk management, and then I'm afraid of you might blowing your account or you depend on me. Don't do that. If you want to do something, you mirror my account. Same risk management. So right here, I can afford it. It's very light for me. I'm thinking about doubling my position to 40 contracts or 60 contracts. If I do that, don't copy me. I just see something, but that's just bullshit. I mean, what I see, who cares? I mean, it's just based on hope, and that's the truth, and I know that. So I respect myself from saying that. So if it goes against me, I know I didn't follow I just did it on hope, right? Just so you know that. And I know it for myself. So I'm journaling down after the session that I took a setup that it's okay, I'm taking it. I just have to know why I'm doing it. So I still think it could push back. Let's see here in the next 5 minutes. I still think it's going to continue pushing. We in 5 minutes might have a 15-minute orb close above. It's going to be great for the market. Congrats to you that are long. I'm thinking about adding to this one here, and I'm probably first going to add if we are breaking and not closing above. We have a big momentum trend, and we just pushed from overnight lows and overnight highs. We pushed way over 400 points now. Let's see here. break above there, it's gonna trigger a long. So how is BTC doing? Interesting. That's actually pushing a little bit, and you can also see Nvidia before earnings is really pushing. We might also have AMD that's pushing, yeah, a little bit, not huge, still pushing, great momentum. I think it's going to continue to overnight or previous day's highs. So if we can just hold above here in the next 3 minutes, we have a 5-minute and a 15-minute orb triggered. So what do I do with my position? It's so light, so for me it doesn't really matter, but I'm probably gonna exit it and then go for long and follow my own system. So guys, just so you're aware, in 3 minutes we might also have, or I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a 15-minute and a 5-minute orb. I think it's gonna go to 900 or even higher, so I'm gonna get ready for exit my position for a loss of very light, risking 0 point, I don't know, yeah. But again, I could also add to it heavily if I want. Looks like it's just gonna hold. How's DAX doing? That's also pushing. So now we have a long on DAX. I would probably also buy the DAX. So the Nasdaq strategy, or it's also giving us a long on it's giving us a long it's giving us a long on DAX. It's kind of like, look what we saw here, but I'm gonna take a long on DAX also, while Nasdaq is just keep pushing. We have a long on DAX, and I'm gonna take it right here, have my stop loss at 270. I'm probably gonna target 500 here. So I'm buying the DAX here, stop loss here. You have the system, if not, get it, and then target right there, where I'm gonna get crushed right now on my Nasdaq from not following it. I'm probably thinking about if I should add to this one here. I'm adding, don't copy me. I'm adding because I can, if I want to. It's just a company account, not my private account. Let's hear. We have a 5 and 15-minute orb triggered. I think DAX is also going to keep continuing going up. So we have a long and we have an orb on DAX as well. And in 1 minute. I'm still short. Don't copy me. So a 5-minute orb and 15-minute is not triggered yet. So we don't even have a Is that because we're not really showing more progress? So the 5-minute worked. Hold on to that. Right. This one, could it get rejected? I mean, right now here, I have a very light position on long DAX. I'm thinking about exit that one soon. And then I have a short position on the Nasdaq, but I'm also gonna manage the risk and exit pretty soon. Doesn't seem to work. And it's not just something that I'm saying. I'm actually here. I'm actually in for a short. Okay, 6.4 million short. Okay, looks like it's a long still, guys. Looks like I'm gonna get crushed here. We're gonna maybe hit previous day's highs and then get rejected, and then it could sell back. We have an orb long, respect the system. If we get a 50-minute orb, it's just a long. Don't follow me, follow the system. How's the meta doing? Selling off again today? Wow. I didn't expect that. I don't have any open positions in meta. They just keep moving up. Keep getting worse. Thinking about adding to it again. Keeps going up. I think it's gonna go back to 900 at least before it's gonna correct itself. Still short. We don't have a 50-minute orb yet. Triggered. Interesting. It's very risky because it's against the trend. Do I try to help, teach you? I mean, I also told you, don't copy me. When I say that, I mean it, okay? It looks like it's just gonna keep going up. There's no chains. Just keep moving up. It's interesting. Probably gonna break out. Let's see if we're gonna break out. So that worked. So it's gonna hit profit very soon. So 5-minute worked. Didn't have it. I went against it. Okay, so what I need right now is I'm holding the short. You could see my setup if you want to see it. This is my target. This is where I'm gonna have the stop loss. Currently down $3,000. Not hiding anything. I am personally, doesn't mean you have to. Don't do it. I am position sizing correct. I can afford to lose. I can afford to that this is gonna go up 1,000 points if it wants to. So I can afford it. It doesn't mean you should take the trade. It's an orb long, 5-minute, not 15-minute yet. I'm just short, okay? I have an idea of we gonna get resistance, so I would close if I was you. Your orb 5, close it. Hold cash, don't have a new position open. I also close my DAX. So I close the DAX and I have this still short. So no more trading, you know my setup. I'm planning to holding it all the way back. Everyone goes long here and hoping. I think it's a short here and I think it's a long here. So I'm gonna hold it back to previous day's lows. I have my stop loss above here. So right now, no more trading, have to reflect, gonna go for the walk and then maybe come back to it later and I'll let you know and I'll publish the whole trades, okay? My whole profit or loss.